My topic is the missing and the murdered Indigenous women in Canada. The missing and the murdered Indigenous women human rights crisis disproportionately affects Indigenous people in Canada and the United States, notably those in the First Nations, Métis and Inuit, and Native Americans. A corresponding mass movement in the US and the Canada works to raise awareness of missing and murdered Indigenous women and girls through organized marches, the building of databases, local communities, city councils, and tribal council meetings, and domestic violence trainings for the police. The missing murdered Indigenous women has been described as a Canadian national crisis and a Canadian genocide in response to repeated calls from Indigenous groups, activists, and non governmental organizations. The Government of Canada, under Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, established a national public inquiry to the National Inquiry into Missing and Murdered Indigenous Women and Girls in September 2016. According to the inquiry, backgrounder between the years 1980 and 2012, Indigenous women and girls represented 16% of all female homicides in Canada, while constituting only 4% of the female population in Canada. The inquiry was completed and presented to the public on June 3, 2019. A 2014 report by the Royal Canadian Mounted Police titled Missing and Murdered Aboriginal Women, a National Operational Overview found that more than 1,000 Indigenous women were murdered over the span of 30 years. From 2001 to 2015, the homicide rate from Indigenous women in Canada was almost 6 times as high as the homicide rate of other women, representing 4.8 per 100,000. Population versus 0.82 per 100,000 population. In Canada, according to activists, thousands of cases of missing and murdered Indigenous women over the last half century were not properly investigated due to the biased police. The 49 women murdered by the serial killer Robert Pickton, who was eventually jailed in 2007, are cited as an example, with families claiming that Pickton was able to go on killing for so long because the police had not taken the disappearances seriously, because most of the women were sex workers or indigenous. A 2011 Statistics Canada report estimated that between 1997 and 2000, a rate of homicides for Aboriginal women and girls was almost 7 times higher than that of other females compared to the non-Indigenous women and girls. They are so disproportionately affected by all forms of violence. They are also significantly overrepresented among female Canadian homicide victims and are far more likely than other women to go missing. And response and repeated call from Indigenous groups, activists and non-governmental organizations, the Government of Canada under Prime Minister Justin Trudeau established the National Inquiry into Missing and Murdered Indigenous Women and Girls in September 2016. The Native Women Association of Canada, NWAC, has created a database of missing and murdered Aboriginal women and girls. The Native Women Association of Canada has worked hard to research every case, yet they believe there are still many more cases to document. The statistics are based on the Native Women Association of Canada's database as of March 31st, 2010. The Native Women Association of Canada has gathered information about 582 cases of missing and murdered Aboriginal women and girls. Of this, 67% of murdered cases are death as a result of homicide or negligence. 20% of the cases of missing women or girls, 4% are cases of suspicious deaths regarded as natural or accidental by police, but not considered suspicious by family but are considered suspicious by family or community members, and 9% of the cases where the nature of the case is still unknown. It is unclear whether the woman was murdered, is missing, or died in suspicious circumstances. This issue impacts all the indigenous women and girls, First Nation, Métis, Inuit. The number of the missing and murdered indigenous women and girls in Canada is disproportionately high. The Native Women Association in Canada's research indicates that between 2000 and 2008, the indigenous women and girls represented approximately 10% of all the female homicides in Canada. However, the indigenous women make up only 3% of the female population. Most of the cases involve young women and girls. Just over half of the cases, that is 55%, involve women and girls under the age of 31, with 17% of women and girls 18 years of age or younger. Only 8% of the cases involve women over 45. Where are their children? This is an intergenerational impact of this issue. Of the cases where this information is known, the vast majority of women in the Native Women Association of Canada's database were mothers. The Native Women Association of Canada estimates that more than 40 children have been impacted by the disappearance of their mother. Very little is known about what happens to these children following the loss of their mothers. The majority of cases occur in urban areas. The violence often has a direct impact on the rural or the reserve communities. Most Indigenous people living in urban areas maintain close ties to their home communities. The shock and the grief of a missing and murdered community member impacts the entire community, no matter where the violence takes place.